they'll have to make big changes in the offseason. So, with that being said, both teams making substitutions here. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Gobert, Axie out there with Reed. Then there's Cooper, and it's Lloyd in at the small forward. Three-pointer, Martin, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Lloyd, covered by Martin. Out to the right wing. Reed the pass to Maxey. Here's Lloyd, and another steal for him.
And the thief strikes again. He's piled up so many steals this season.
And the effort has been there all year long. And now he is tied for second on the list for most steals. Passes it to Cooper. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. To stop the run, and the layup is up and in. Cooper's got his second bucket.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Pass to Bouknight. Martin against Cooper. Martin inside. Trying to get open is Lopez. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hornets.
Martin, one shot.
Free throw good, Martin. Well, it was the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Wizards in Washington.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game, and they just had so few opportunities, and I think that was their Achilles heel.
And when you're giving up offensive boards, it's a simple fix. You need to raise your effort level.
Martin inside. Reed on him, and it's Martin missing. The 76ers trail by 10. Pass to Reed, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Theo Maledon picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The 76ers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside, Martin. And finished off by Martin.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Gobert, no good. Here's Martin. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And welcome back. Check in for the 76ers. Tyrese Maxey comes in for James Harden. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Cooper. He's out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Milton in at the 2-guard spot. Embiid, no good. Hornets leading by 9. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Knicks was outstanding. He scored 48 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Here's Embiid. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Outside for Martin. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Greg, when the postseason rolls around, the officials tend to let more go. More contact, more aggressive play. Is that the right approach?
Kevin, I think it is the right approach. And I'm a fan of letting the players play and blow the whistle when there's clearly an advantage created by either the offense or defense.
And he makes the first. Lopez, he's checked in for Charlotte. He hits both from the stripe.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And finished off by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
They might start using him a little bit more sparingly with 3 fouls already before the half.
For Charlotte, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Charlotte, Martin taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And doing a good job from the line here in the second quarter.
And both free throws good for Martin.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And there's the pass to Milton. No good on the triple. Charlotte leading by 15. Martin with it. Now defended by Gobert. Maxey against Martin. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Martin's got 20.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Passes it to Milton. Here's Cooper. He has 6. The three-pointer off the mark. Now here is Martin. Banked in off the glass. Martin's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Cooper. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Martin from outside. Rebound by the 76ers. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for him. Cooper with the bucket.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Three-pointer. Martin, what a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Now, this is how you finish a first half, sending them to the locker room with a statement shot from three-point range.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back to the action in just a minute. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did coach have some new ideas for them?
Ball is the point with Bouknight on the wing. Then it's Williams. Then it's MP. And it's Gilmore in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Martin, the pass to Gilmore. That one goes. Count it.
Assisted.
And that's now 29 points for Martin.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a 2-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim.
Substitution on the court.
.125 left to play in the third. Pass to Gobert. Harden outside. Out to the wing. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And finished off by Gobert.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
MP looking around. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Lloyd. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Third team foul.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Charlotte?
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. And the Hornets making a change here. Bouknight's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Cooper's checked in. Good on both. Hornets leading by 22. Outside, Martin. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gobert's got 6.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Martin from outside. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Boy, that was close. Got it in just in the nick of time.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
Check in for Charlotte. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the games. Now, a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Joel Embiid out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Harden. And it's Reed in at the three, the small forward.
2 minutes.
Gobert finds Maxey. Buries it from three-point range.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
Here's Martin. Williams trying to break free. Another shot. And the layup by Martin. Martin's got 34 points.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
He's been relentless, and he's been doing it in a variety of ways. But right there, it's all about the hustle on the offensive glass.
Back to Harden. Harden draws the double. Pass to Gobert. And here's Maxey. Clock at 4. Those three-pointers off the mark.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Charlotte.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And I think, guys, we sort of expected a win here in a season already with 66 wins. Tonight's win will notch that up one more to 67. A very dominating presence they seem to have nearly every time they come out on the floor.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Martin.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
First free throw is good.
And I feel like one of the more underrated aspects of Embiid's game is his passing.
He understands that teams are going to bring 2, sometimes 3.
Hornets making a change here. Martin's checked in. Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball.
76ers ball. 76ers substitution. Kelly Olynyk, Gordon Hayward, Bogdan.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Now the pass to Bogdanovich. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And the bulk of Gobert's offense is going to come down low. Even if the D knows that, it can still be tough to stop.
Harden's in the post. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. See you later.
I see you out there doing work.
And with all the injuries this year, the championship is really a matter of who's left standing.
Yeah, I think there's some truth to that.
Substitution.
He's checked in for Charlotte.
Martin.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. On the court for the Hornets. Ball at point with Rozier next to him. That's the backcourt. Then it's MP, and it's Williams in at the 5, down low.
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake. Nice work.
Outside Jones. Pass to Ingram. Here's Webb. A shot to stop the run. Bouknight with a rebound.
I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
And MP throws it down.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Over to the wing. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. He's guarded by Martin. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
First free throw is good. And so he hits both. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Martin. An easy 2 on the layup. Martin's got 6.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Pass to Webb. Lots of room. That shot off the mark. And Charlotte going the other way now.
You gotta credit the defense this period. They've been all over him.
Here's Martin. And here are the Hornets with another bucket.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
All right, time for an injury report.
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from Charlotte's head athletic trainer, and apparently nothing too serious. A whack on that hand resulting in some bruising and some soreness. With the final games of the season ahead, this is the worst-case scenario injury for them. Here's hoping they can adjust. Guys?
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
That's tipped. 5 to shoot. That one is off. Some solid defense from Williams. Martin against Ingram. Martin with the bucket. He's got 12.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
With the lead they have, you might think they'd start to settle, but they are still going at the rim strong.
So Charlotte going with almost an entire new group here. .41 seconds left in the first quarter. Boom! He jammed it straight down.
We know CJ can score it, but the passing component of his game, I mean, McCollum's really upgraded it. I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
The Hornets making a switch here. New Orleans has gone 0 for 3 from down. Both teams making substitutions here. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Here's Martin. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
On the court for the Hornets. Here's Foster. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Martin, right side. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me, not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
We've also seen them tearing it up down in the post tonight. So far, the defense just hasn't had any good answers for them down low.
And in any season, you'll have your struggling teams. Clark is a competitor. How hard is it to bring your best when you're enduring a tough stretch?
Well, I think it comes down to the responsibility you have to yourself and your team to give it your best shot. And competitors want to compete, and you have to relish that, even when you have the deck stacked against you. So weathering adversity and still being professional and committed to competing, I think is the mark of every pro, should be the mark of every pro.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
At the line for one.
One shot. One shot.
That's all you. Get in there.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track. And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Pass to Jones. Here's Foster. Williams defending. No good there. And the Hornets going the other way now. They've led by as many as 14, coming off that win against the Sixers.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
But, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Going all in, that was the 2K drive. Well worth a second look.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
2 minutes.
Pass to Webb. Here's Foster. Outside Ingram. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Martin's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field and seems really frustrated.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Smith's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Martin's got 27 points.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And he connects with a jumper.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
The Hornets have gone 7 for 11 in the second quarter. 56 seconds left in the second quarter. Soft touch off the glass. That's 29 for him.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Here's Foster. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
A nice shot by Smith.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
And that one's good. Martin's got 31 points.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
And so it's Charlotte in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a...
Substitution on the court.
1:52 left in the third quarter. Drops in the layup for 2. Martin's got 35 in the game.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Lonnie Walker is out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Murphy in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Pelicans 5. Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, that's such a big play here in a close game like this one. Great concentration from him.
Here's Martin, and he banks in the layup. Martin's got 4 points this quarter.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
New Orleans has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Here's Martin. Count the basket. Martin's got 39.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Pass to McCollum. Here's Murphy. He's guarded by Martin. Maladon grabs a miss. The Hornets with a lead. Martin right side. Rebounded by Ingram. Ingram's got 4 rebounds now. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires in the triple.
Outstanding decision-making by Ingram there, working it to the open man. Really good possession.
Martin outside. And good. There's another.
And now he is tied for the second most 40-point games in an NBA season. What an incredible year.
Boy, he's brought it every night, and nobody seems to have the answer for him. Man, that one's good.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
1 second left. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Hornets out in front, leading by just 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Well, what a terrific game it's been. He's checked in for the Pelicans. Brandon Ingram comes in for Smith. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Martin's checked in. And Martin comes to help. Here's Murphy. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And also the number of points they've scored in the paint has been impressive. This coaching staff encouraging them to keep going inside.
Both good from the line that time.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
And so in the game for the Hornets. Ball at point with Rozier next to him. That's the backcourt. Then it's MP, and it's Williams in at the center spot.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
New Orleans calls timeout.
Too many wasted possessions. He's getting in bad situations and then failing to kick the ball out to more ready shooters.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Well, I tell you what, it's been so much fun watching him do his thing out here. I mean, the game is looking effortless for him, and he's riding that wave of confidence and momentum, which has allowed him to completely take over and dominate.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Willie Green coaching his team during that last break. He told them, quote, "It all comes down to the next few minutes. That's what will decide this game. So step up. This is your moment, not theirs." Inspiring words, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Pass to Webb. This one for 3. Second shot opportunity. Murphy's shot is good.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. They're leading by 3. 1:27 left to play in the fourth. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
And you cannot leave anybody open on balls, team, because this guy is excellent at finding his teammates.
Pass to Murphy. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted. cutting hard to the bucket, leaving the defense in the dust.
Down low. And he buries it. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
And the passing of Ingram, I mean, setting up his teammates and distributing the ball the way he does, effortless.
And we just had to take one more look at that great drive.
And that's about as huge of a drive as we'll see. With so much on the line, he couldn't be stopped.
Martin with the bucket.
I think I've lost track of how many of their possessions have ended exactly like that.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to end the possession, though, and it's the reason this game is coming down to the wire. I mean, his touch from outside and from the field in general has been superb.
Brandon Ingram taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Yeah, part of becoming a star for Ingram is performing at the line in these moments.
And so the Hornets take the win. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. So long, everyone.